"You're bleeding, Rex," said Thorn. "I know." Her mouthguard had saved her from losing any teeth, but it hadn't saved her from a split lip. She didn't care about the pain, but the rules were clear. No blood in the rink. With only a few minutes left of practice, Tamora was done for the night. "You got ahead of your team," Thorn continued. "You've got good moves, but I know." Just like that, she was Tamora Carter again. She got to her feet and skated off the track while Vorpalthorn started everyone else practicing double knee slides. Tamora yanked off her helmet and sat on the bench with a handful of other skaters and parents. Her own father worked overnights at the hospital and slept during the day, so he rarely made it to her practices, though he'd never missed an actual bout. Dad had been reluctant to sign her up for junior roller derby. She'd worn him down by going on about the benefits of exercise. Parents were all about physical activity and getting out of the house, away from phones and tablets and computers and video games, especially video games. Andre was always getting grief from his parents for all the time he spent gaming. Thinking of Andre made her throat hurt. She blinked hard, wishing she could keep skating, keep pushing herself until she was too exhausted to think. The end of practice was when she used to pick up a pair of grape slushies from the quick stop, then head down to Andre's house to hang out until Dad made her come home for dinner. But Andre Stewart was gone, along with Kevin Lord and Elizabeth O'Neill. 3 kids taken in a single night, and nobody had any idea what had happened to them. She hated not knowing. Hated that there was nothing she could do. She took a shaky breath, wiped her face, and grabbed a squeeze bottle of Gatorade from her bag to drink. Her practice jersey and pads went into the bag, and she began swapping out her skate wheels. Dad had gotten her a set of fast swap wheels for her birthday, letting her alternate between the pink wheel covers she used indoors and the neon green covers for skating around Grand River. "Hey!" Tara Swift, whose real name was Paige Reed, sneered down at Tamora. "Sorry about that hit. I should have known you couldn't handle it." Tamora spotted Paige's mother watching with her arms folded. She must have sent Paige over to apologize. Tamora licked blood from her swollen lip and turned away. "Whatever." "Ask if she needs a ride home," called Paige's mom. Tamora shook her head. "No, thank you, Mrs. Reed. I'm fine." "That's what those other children must have thought, the ones who disappeared." Mrs. Reed came closer. "I don't know what your father's thinking, letting you skate around alone when—" "It's only a mile or so," snapped Tamora. "I said I'll be fine." Mrs. Reed drew back, her mouth set in a frown that made her look like a tanned, freckled gargoyle. Paige simply smirked. Tamora wiped her lip on her sleeve, hunched her shoulders, and tried to watch the last minutes of practice, hoping it would distract her from thoughts of Andre. It didn't. While everyone else left through the front door to the big lot, Tamora shouldered her bag and rolled down the hall toward the back. "Dad isn't letting me skate around alone," she muttered to herself. In order to let her do that, he'd have to know about it. Dad was under the impression that Tamora would be coming home with a group of friends from practice. An impression Tamora had encouraged by telling him she'd be coming home with a group of friends from practice. Since Dad would be busy getting dinner ready, he'd never know. She felt bad about lying, but not bad enough to stop. It wasn't far from the rink to her house, and she'd been skating all over Grand River for years without any trouble. The back lot was for employees only, which in this case meant Vorpalthorn. For such a large woman, the coach had a tiny car, a yellow Mini Cooper convertible with black racing stripes. She was parked directly under the flickering, pole-mounted light. Tamora moved closer. The car's roof was torn. It had been fine 2 hours ago when she passed it on her way in. Someone must have broken in during practice. She started to turn back.